today's topic, and that was the last time I played checkers with the Hulk. Welcome to TableScraps, short discussions about board, card, and tabletop gaming, submitted by the viewing audience and discussed with the viewing audience. Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of TableScraps, the live streaming show here where we discuss a topic about card, tabletop, and board games with a live streaming audience. And today, I'm also joined by Marty Connell from the Rolling Dice and Taking Names podcast. Marty, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic, Chaz. How are you? How is the weather in Oregon?
It's marvelous.
Awesome.
Okay, so Marty, your mission today is to help me discuss a topic that was submitted by a viewer, and that topic is thus. The JTG Club channel, whose tweet you should see up on the screen right now, wants to know, what Marvel character would you want to play a game with, and what game would that be? And before we started recording, we chatted about this a little bit, and you actually have come up with an answer, whereas I have not. So I'm going to let you take it away and discuss this first before we go to the live chat.
Yes, it's going to be checkers with the Hulk.
Oh, that's... I will give you $10 if that was actually what your answer was before I made the joke.
That would have been cool, wouldn't it? No, that was not it. Here is my answer, Chaz.
Yes?
Mine's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
I want to sit down with Professor X and play the mind so I can finally win that game.
Bravo. Bravo. And for anyone who doesn't know, we'll explain how the mind works.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay. The Mind is a very popular game that came out last year. It's now currently being published in the U.S. by Pandasaurus Games, and it's also at Target for like $12. And they'll just drop all this mind knowledge on you. This game is played by there's a deck of cards numbered from 1 to 100, and at the beginning of the game, everybody's going to get a card, and the goal of the game is to play cards in ascending order. Sounds easy, right? Except for the fact that you can't talk and you don't get to show each other your cards or give any indication of what kind of cards you have. So the goal is to, like, kind of through eye contact and everything, play cards in the right order. Like, somebody may, immediately just play one. Somebody who has the 100 is just going to sit back and not do anything because they know they're the highest one. But if you get through that round, then 2 cards are dealt out, and you try to get through throws. And if you fail, you lose a life. You lose all your lives, you lose the game. And depending on the number of players, it goes up to, I can't remember how many hands it is, 8, 9, 10. It depends on the number of players. Having, 6, 7, 8 cards in your hand, everybody has those, and you're trying to put all those in ascending order. So the joke is, if I play with Professor X, who can read minds and influence people, we can just sit there and just win the whole thing.
Oh, I get it. That makes much more sense.
You get it? You didn't get it when I said it? And you call yourself a comic book aficionado.
So that's a very thorough, much longer explanation than I was expecting for how the mind works. That explanation took longer than the game of the mind actually takes.
Do you want me to go back to checkers with the Hulk?
We might want to just record that later, as maybe we'll swap that out. I haven't come up with one specific to Marvel. What I was going to do is, before we opened this up to the live streaming chat, what I was going to do is I was going to open this up to any DC character or any fictional characters from any source of media. Because I know I was asked a similar question on a podcast a few years ago. What fictional characters would you like to play a game with, and what game? And the people are the same, but the game has changed a little bit. I would play Don't Mess with Cthulhu, actually, of all games, with the Ghostbusters. I think that would be a fantastic game to play with them, because you not only have the bluffing and the character interaction, their interest in the paranormal would make the game, take it just to a whole new level. Let's see what your opinion is on these suggestions from viewers. We have Quan7UM Jack, who says that they would play Wizard's Chess with Ant-Man. So, have you ever played Wizard's Chess?
I have not. I played Battle Chess on the video game, but not Wizard's Chess.
I have
That's totally barbaric. That's Wizard's Chess.
Kind of good, because I was thinking if you had played Wizard's Chess and I hadn't, I would have to ask you how to play it, and then 40 minutes later we could get to the next chapter. But fortunately, since neither of us have played Wizard's Chess, let's just continue on to the next one. But from Christian Kelberg, who says Jenga, or Jenga, I think there's a typo here. Jenga with the Hulk would be funny.
Yes.
See, that's, oh my gosh.
That's much better than the checkers. Can we start over again and do this again?
That. I am tempted to go back and redo the intro and steal that from Christian, but Christian, you win. You came up with a much better intro than I did.
Congratulations, Christian. You just won the prize that Chaz has given out for this episode.
Yeah, you win no thing. So you win my endearing respect to the end of the episode. And then it resets back to loathing. Another suggestion from Quan7UMJack is Yggdrasil with Thor. Which, see, the chat comment is better at coming up with ideas.
Yes.
So,
the whole Viking theme.
Viking theme. Have you played Yggdrasil?
No. But you know what? Been just as good as like Blood Rage.
Yes, that would be a good one as well. Blood Rage or the
that would be a great one.
Gray Fox Games published it.
The one with the dice.
It's not so easy. This is really good. Marty, I think this is going well.
Oh my God!
Raiders of the North Sea. Raiders of the North Sea.
It's not Raiders of the North Sea. That's not it. That's the Renegade game.
Oh yes, the other one then that's like Raiders of the North Sea.
It's from Gray Fox Games. Yes.
The one that would remind you of Raiders of the North Sea.
I have it downstairs. I like the game. It's a worker placement with dice. Somebody's probably yelling it in the chat right now, Chaz. Just look at the chat. Champions Midgard. Somebody said it.
No, that's not it.
Thank you, Cam.
No, thank you very much. Halo suggests I would play social deduction games with Loki. Playing a social deduction game with a trickster would be hilarious. Wow. Yeah, again, yet another, really good suggestion. Much better suggestion from the live streaming chat than anything I was able to come up with for the last day and a half while I pondered this question. So
that's good.
Okay. Christian mentions, no, my real answer would be Hail Hydra with the Avengers or at least Captain America. Oh, it's so obvious. See, I was going to suggest Twilight Struggle with Captain America, but see, even that doesn't really make sense. Hail Hydra is a much better pick. Much better.
You can get super thematic and play as the Avengers and play Thanos Rising.
Yes, that's true too. Let's continue on to the next suggestion from Action Troll, who says, I would play Odin's Ravens with Thor, or maybe Skull with Ghost Rider.
Oh,
the chat is on fire today. Have you played Odin's Ravens?
I have. A couple years ago at BGG Con. Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, I love it. Odin's Ravens. The Osprey Games. I was gonna say pheasant, but no, it's a bird, not a pheasant. Osprey Games version.
Pheasant Games.
Pheasant Games. Yeah, but Odin's Ravens I really enjoy. And Skull, I actually have never had a chance to play Skull yet. I have seen Skull played next to me at least a half a dozen times.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Skull? I have several times. It's one of those local games. It's one of those games that locally a lot of people play around here for a quick filler game.
Okay. Let's continue on with Quan7UMJack also mentions get the Avengers together and play Codenames. Oh, so now that's a very interesting one because the Codenames, not the code, the team Codenames, that famous comic book.
Yes.
The Avengers is such a dysfunctional superhero team. I could see a game of Codenames just erupting in, just a huge fight. And, you got to get Jarvis involved to break it up. You got other problems.
They could play Codenames Marvel.
Oh, wow. Okay, though that clinches it. Everybody but me is on fire today. So that's fantastic. Next one comes from Halo, who says, you know, another thing you could do is play a new version of Secret Hitler called Secret Thanos with the Avengers. If Thanos wins, they get dusted again. And then he has in quotes, I don't want to go. So that's really high.
Oh, so you have to hug somebody, though, as you say it.
Yeah, I don't want to go. Yeah, exactly. A lot of hugging, a lot of tears. You know, that's really high stakes, though, for a tabletop game, is everybody evaporates. All right, let's get a couple more here. Here's an excellent, oh my gosh, the winning entry from today is going to go to Cam Mengel, who recommends Just One with Groot. Just One is a game where there's a secret word that you're trying to get the other players to guess. And you have these little whiteboards, but you can only write one word as a clue to get them to guess the keyword. So if you can only write one thing, Groot would be fantastic to play that with.
Well played. That's good.
Well
Came up champions in mid-card and Just One with Groot.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to top that, especially me with my performance this episode. So I think we're going to have to call it here. But if you have an idea for a Marvel character or any fictional character, the gates are open, the rules are open to allow any, even people like from Paramount or other studios that make movies, including the Ghostbusters. Anyway, gates are open for anybody. Let me know down in the comments who you would play a game with and what game that would be and why. In the meantime, I've been Chaz Marler, joined by my good friend Marty Connell. And Marty, real quick, tell us where we can find you on the interwebs.
Oh, sure. You can find our website at rolldicetakenames.com. You can go listen to our podcast through iTunes or any other podcasting source. And if you want to, you can follow us on Twitter. And if you ever need to learn how to play the mind, just ask.
All right. Thank you, Marty. Thank you for joining me. And thank you to the chat for all of the participation. Till next time, I've been Chaz Marler. Talk to you again soon.
Hold on. Let me look down and read this tweet. What Marvel character, Marvel.
It's not like they're playing chess with Mrs. Doubtfire. It's actually Ant-Man. And
Hello.
You gotta not do things like that. Let's try to salvage this episode by going to the chat and seeing what some of the people in chat
This is gold. What do you mean salvage? This is viral, baby.
Join us for tomorrow's episode for a 37-minute introduction to the mind and demonstration on how it plays.